out on that one. Silly. Try to ban my paradox, do you?
Welcome to the professor.
That's funny. Okay, so Mo and Krill out. Abrams in. We'll see what MikaelS's team picks up next. So MikaelS, one of the, if not the best player in the world, alongside his DOQ Lystic playing on MikaelS. Abrams and Shiv. Oof, painful. But the Kelvin comes back into play. Insane character. Honestly, even not having the what's it called? I think just adding a couple more buffs to his ice beam, he does so much damage in the early game. It's sort of unreal, right now, even without any items. It's crazy. Viscous Shiv Abrams. That looks like a terrifying roster coming through from Team Sunset.
I think both of these are really scary, especially for a team MikaelS, 19-year-old kid, right?
Yeah.
Best in the game right now, as far as we know.
He loves it. He loves it.
I am
You can
scared.
See.
Like, I want to see how they play with this lineup. This team comp looks scary.
It's mad. It's mad when you think about the fact that, like, this is what we were saying earlier, right? Like, the optics for the future for him, where, like, you're so young, you're 19, you're in a position where, like, his mechanics look unreal. Yeah, he's going to be living it up. It was super cool to cast this one. This is going to be fun.
It's a good game. It's a good match.
I think the interesting one is the Lash ban seems weird considering that Vindicta gets dumpstered by Lash quite a lot, and Lash versus a Dino is really uncomfortable to play. A curious one. Not a huge amount of combo with the Dynamo though, not a massive amount of AoE potential. I guess the Warden could ult into the Dynamo. Singularity. We've got Abrams, Shiv, Viscous, Pocket, and Furnace, and Yamato. Team Sunset's composition actually really good. Very nice front line. A lot of poke damage, a lot of bleed damage from the Shiv, Pocket, and Infernus. So debuff reducer galore all around. There's the Haze pick that comes through for Team MikaelS. So there's that AoE that we wanted to see for Team MikaelS to double up with the Dynamo. This is two strong comps and two very strong teams. I would say Sunset, if they play their cards right, like their team generally does look better. The big thing for Team MikaelS right now is the Dynamo and the Kelvin. I think these are the two things that might be able to carry them through. Depends how the Dynamo's played though.
Right, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys start talking about the game at the caster shop. So for everyone, please remember this is a restream of the original stream. We are not in charge of the bitrate or the quality of it. So what you get is what you get. Just please try to enjoy the cast. It's brought to you by our lovely Jacky and Blank. Go ahead and take it away, boys.
Thanks, Damp. We'll shuffle over here to the caster hot dog van, the Curiosity casting shop, Blank. Roll on up. It's like not Left 4 Dead, Resident Evil 4. What are you buying? Commentary, because we got it on offer, so come on over.
It's half price of free. So
well, to be fair, what is half of zeros? They're just a bracket.
Ooh, don't do that. A bracket. You know, that's kind of a good combo. I like that.
Got you there.
That's a funny one.
At the end of the day, it's 11:59.
What was that horrible joke you told me last night?
Oh, this is great, actually. No, it's not a joke. This is lore. For anyone who doesn't know this, data miners, Lamorite and the rest of them on the modding server last night, they discovered a hidden bit of lore about Seven. The reason why Seven was put in prison is because 7, 8, 9.
And that's why he's banned. He's banned again. He's put back in prison for his dastardly deeds.
There you go. That was my Deadlock dad joke. I think that's good. I like that one. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
There you go. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. That would actually be hilarious though if it turned out they could work that in as a joke. Like that would buckle me. But I tell you what, Blank, we ain't got to give you dad jokes anymore unless they come in the form of puns based on the gameplay. Because that's where we're going, straight back into lane. Second semi-final of the day here for the Dead Air English coverage of the Aurora 1xBet $10,000 ooze tournament in Deadlock.
We're on board right now with the boys from Sunset. Sunset on the pocket. Overall, a strong comp here for Team Sunset, playing into what I would say is more mechanically based players over on the side of Team MikaelS. Crazy kind of seeing all of Team MikaelS just shoot up to 300 souls in the first 2 seconds of the game, so they're hard pushing every lane right now. With Warden up front and personal. MikaelS playing on the Vindictor. This is what everyone is here to see, I imagine. His Vindictor does have a bit of a wallop to it, though. Typically, you would see MikaelS playing the Paradox and the Lash. So, again, this is a curious one. I'm actually interested to see how he plays on the Vindictor here.
No, this is both two really fun comps we've got on from either team. Obviously, very targeted bans. You know, we were highlighting that. You could see the reasoning behind a lot of the decisions that were made. But in terms of the pickups that you've got, there's room for some crazy maneuvers. Dynamo's going to be fun to watch as well. Our first series where we get some big Dynamo action. We'll see how much of a pain in the backside he can be if the Majestic Leap comes into play. Expect to see him flinging himself through the air and becoming the #1 Dyson Hoover cosplayer.
Yeah, I do enjoy that you actually do have the Dyson Hoover play, which is where you take the IV and you just Roomba the old Dynamo along the floor, but we won't be seeing any of that during this game. Right now, Soul lead is mainly on this Pocket and Shiv, and that makes sense, honestly. I think for Pocket and Shiv, two pretty difficult characters to deal with early. I think for Shiv, the only reason it didn't look so bad on that last game is because he's going up against a Mo and Krill, and typically Mo and Krill does very well against hard poke. Ooh, cheeky lane here. That's a good amount of damage. Already bought headshot booster, and it makes sense. Oh, dear. Oh, the parry!
Mate,
No,
the timing
Lystic.
on it, dude. That is brutal. Oh, no. Ooh, hang on. Potential for some cheddar to be made on this one as well. Shiv. He wanted to get the additional poke off close towards the shop side. Kelvin did not like the taste of that steal. So he's got to back off, gives them time to go back to the Curiosity shop and get a quick buy-in.
Hello.
Brutal scenes, mate.
I do enjoy that from the Wraith. It's like not even a case of trying to aim the cards in. It's literally just throw them at the floor like some kind of Channing Tatum gambit.
Time to stack the deck.
He's making a name for himself for you. And that card trick, bro, it is so fun. Obviously, we talk about it all the time, right? From what her one used to be back towards sort of June, May time to what it became, so much better to play. And you can see the skill expressions with it, that's with it as well, especially with the tracing on some of these players. High tier Wraith, if you can get those nice flicks off with the cards, so damaging with the amount of chunk they can do on contact.
Yeah, I'm sort of surprised more than anything that the Abrams is kind of getting dusted this hard versus the Wraith. It's 2.5k right now to 1.7. So she's doing a fantastic job to keep him under pressure. And again, you sort of have to get an Abrams low early on, which is tough with his regeneration, but certainly possible. I think he just backed. Used the zipline boost to get back into lane because he knows that he does not want to be in that position too often. The Wraith is extremely low here. It might go down. Might just stay alive. Already, MikaelS has picked himself up. The ultimate, the quick scope. Back to the days of the intervention.
Mum, get the camera. He's hitting him with it. Up close and personal. Headshots like a photographer. MikaelS taking that one to the bank. So nice play off the instant ult there. Early ult economy's looking good as well in terms of the stack. Ooh, goodbye Lefaa. Another hefty one being taken on the chin off the back of Lystic, getting aggro on the Warden. And there's the singularity we were expecting. Dynamo straight in, causing issues. And you're just dogpiling on towards the lane. Shiv looking for the getaway. Telekinesis going to trap him in place. Ooh, just dips around the back. The card trick almost finishing him. He might just slip his way out.
Oh, it's kind of cool as well. Almost had it. Does he have burst, Mystic Burst yet? No. Curious stuff. Either way, he did leave lane, so Abrams gonna get a bunch of damage on this one using the old trick on the stairs. Get basically infinite ammo on that side of things. MikaelS already up to 4.7k souls. What is happening here? And Lystic is just not having a good time here versus Lefaa.
Scrappy game of Deadlock already in the first 6 minutes here, mate. This has been pretty nice to see, actually. You can see this one super neck and neck. It's a pretty stacked semi-final, to be honest with you, and the quality of competition we're getting out of these two. So making sure that pressure's on early and you never give it up. Oof, Dynamo taking a bit of a hit with the chip damage on the getaway. The Yamato making it slightly more uncomfortable. And you've got so much range as well in this lane with the backup of the Viscous. Just consistently getting the spit out on the damage. MikaelS goes back in. Stake's going to be good to lock him in place. Ult's pulled out. Snipe for the half HP damage. You're getting chunked, but you're still living.
Bro, he's playing Mystic Shot Vindictor. What is this? All right, I like it a lot. I'm curious if he's gonna play what I called that geek's build back when I played against it versus some dude who was just ruining all my games about 2 months ago on Vindictor. It's just full AP essentially, and you sort of just use the ultimate, the assassinate, more as a damage tool than a tool to finish players off. So well, maybe he builds into rapid recharge early on. I'm curious. I'm very curious. This could be an interesting game where he really does put the hurt on them. Dynamo up to 4.9k, still waiting on the singularity to come back. 180-second cooldown, so will take a while to return.
Knock up. Quick cube. Trust in the cube and you'll be fine. Although the dome, the superior shape, you can't beat the circle blank. Kelvin with the instant engage. You get the ice beam to cool them off, and that's uncomfortable.
My guy just dragged the snow globes across his head as he jumped over the top of Abrams. What? I like that one. That's great.
Oh, damn, dude. All right, this is sick, actually. This is a hell of an opening engagement off the back of these. Like, first 10 minutes of the laning phase. And it's given us a bit of everything. Bit of a highlight reel on this one.
I mean, this sort of was the game that everyone was waiting for. And was really excited to watch, with MikaelS making sort of his big debut here on a main stage tournament.
The sure, he's already main stage, of course.
Yeah, on the online.
The biggest stage, the bedroom stage.
The bedroom stage.
He's got a little plinth. I've seen it. He put a little plinth in his room just for this game.
Oh, I mean, I hate Kelvins, bro. I hate them so much. But a good Kelvin can absolutely ruin any game for you. Really, really, really well done from the Kelvin so far. And you just don't need any items. You just need to upgrade that beam and it starts to really hurt. Takes up to an 80% slow as well. So in terms of being able to chase with the ice path into ice beam, like, you can really allow the Dynamo, the Warden, the Haze to catch up and get in there with you. It is neck and neck right now, though, and Team MikaelS isn't getting too much further ahead of Team Sunset, who are technically 1k souls in front, and that will be going down. I hate these call themselves shush. That's unfair to me.
Well, that's what he's trying to do, mate. Silence the competition. Yeah, I know, dude. The damage output's crazy. Like, we were super hyped about some of the recent changes to the way that it could allow Vindictor to be super viable again. You're seeing it in play here.
Buy
straight
recharge,
up to the sky,
please.
mate.
Please buy rapid recharge. No, improved burst. Improved burst early. Damn, I'm enjoying this. Maybe I go away and play some of this. Maybe I just steal MikaelS's build.
Let's push orange.
Ooh. Pocket trying to live on borrowed time for the reposition, at least. Taking a hefty chunk of damage. You've got to get out. 15% HP left on the fadeaway. So slight lead starting to form on the side of Team Sunset. 5k souls ahead. But the damage is looking good. MikaelS definitely warming up coming into this one. Swinging with some absolute strength behind those punches on the Vindictor plays. Getting a little bit of farm on the Haze as well. Slightly further behind. 6k souls. I'm going to start getting that jungle in once it comes into effect here.
I am curious on what the Dynamo's been able to build so far. I mean, most Dynamos will rush quite a few 500 items and then fully build into the Majestic Leap. So you can start ganking early. I think it is around about 7k when you can make that pickup come through. So he is in a potential position where he can cause some big problems for Team Sunset. MikaelS here just working with a headshot booster for that early game damage. Now just building into big bada boom with the shots. Oh no, we can hear the comms.
Yeah, it's Source TV, mate. It's the same as CS.
Oh,
if the comms go through in game, they'll come out on here. So keep it clean, everyone.
He's forgotten he's in TeamSpeak.
They don't even need it, mate. They don't need the TS. They got the in-game comms. And you got the gelatinous goop to keep you healed up. Singularity to catch him in place, though, off the back of the telekinesis as well. Abrams comes in with the seismic impact to put the pressure back on. And it's all kicking off, mate. Dome up as well. Power up on the getaway. Try catch him down for the quick fade. Burst damage to the back. Rafe is finished. And this one's left you in a horrible spot. 2 for 2 on the knocks.
Bro, Yonder, I wonder, was certainly wandering there. I don't think he even knew where he was at one point as soon as that dome came up. Right now, Lystic still doing work. That should be a kill onto him if he can land the assassinate, which he does. I think he also now has the 5th point in it, which gives him an extra 600 souls for every single assassinate that kills the enemy. So I can only assume that we'll see MikaelS' soul count start to skyrocket now at this point.
Yeah, you're going to come alive and start to absolutely pop off. Always fun as well the second you get those Tesla bullets in play on Rafe. Infuser to work with as well, Withering Whip for the extra potential in terms of the burst off the back of the telekinesis. Just melt everyone. And this is the point, dude, when like as soon as you start to get Tesla bullets on Rafe like this, you just feel so strong.
Yeah, he's bought into Rapid Fire as well as Mystic Slow, though. It was one of the first items he picked up coming out from Suppressor. So slow on spirit damage as well as suppressed fire rate. Kind of curious. Rescue Beam on the Kelvin. It's going to keep him alive for a while. Leave. And we'll be able to keep himself safe for a little bit longer, but not before Piggy gets taken down by the Shiv ultimate.
You've got the pack mentality starting to form as well. Over towards the orchard, inner lane. Bit of a group up. Potential for the overwhelm up close towards the walker. So MikaelS with a bit of backup from Lystic on the Warden, looking to at least put pressure back on. Obviously, you've got to go a little bit deeper now. 32 meters to get the damage off towards the walker. Huge burst early, though. Half HP taken off from that. Attempting to save it's going to be rough. But the Kelvin goes in. You try to commit to it. Goo Cube round the corner. And Viscous with a roll away. Being chased down. Snipe's going to tag, but it's just chip damage.
Yeah, with that 70% and I think it's 60 and 70% bullet resist and spirit resist, not be able to go through, but 2 down means that we're going to punch the hell out of the mid-boss this early in the game. 13 minutes 53 on the start, already half dead. Just punching the ever-living mid-boss out of him. Good damage, but there is no goo ball, and that probably was what prompted them to take it as well, with the Kelvin Dome being in play, being able to use that, and the lift from the telekinesis onto hydration, and he's down. Ooh, feels like they're running away with it, Jacky.
Yeah, you're springboarding massively now. And like you say, it's heads up, right? You saw him burn the ultimate. You know it's going to be a while till it's back up in play. They go for the pickup onto the rejuve. You get the buff there and the help with the additional damage from the creep with HP they're going to have to play with. Infernus looking to make it uncomfortable, at least on the re-engage. If you can burn your way through as many of these respawns as possible, it'll make your life easier. Dynamo again with the ult. Traps him in position, but you are cleaning house, Blank. Effectively, for burning 2 of those respawns from the rejuve, you've got, what, 20 seconds of downtime on 4 staggered spawns? They can take this walker and then some.
Yeah, it's massive, and I mean, for the... We should be dead. Yeah, oh, the bleed doesn't get him. How? How has he survived there?
Divine intervention, mate. Divine intervention, I guess. Oh, you can see how brutal it is as well. Look at the push just from the Candle Troopers alone. Just with having that rejuve, right? That 50% increased health to work with. Your walkers are getting absolutely spanked.
Yeah, I mean, already one's really low, one's half HP, and one's just in a dire position. I think you're right with Divine Intervention, but it was just the Divine Barrier that actually keeps MikaelS alive there, which is actually sort of a cool option for going up against Infernuses where, you know, you're taking the ticks of damage, but you hit Divine Barrier and that Spirit Shield is going to let the bleed draw out. But he just goes straight through to your Spirit Shield, so very cool. Using the Dome, in fact, to even secure the urn. So really nice moves coming through from Piggy, showing you exactly what you can get done on Kelvin and what creative ways you can use that Ice Dome to your advantage.
Yeah, the Piggy gameplay so far has been super cool to watch. You can really min-max the use from Kelvin. Get the quick jungle farm out as well. Fortunately for Piggy, getting away isn't going to be that easy. Catch him by the back of the tail. Finish off the Kelvin. Respawn back in though from the MikaelS. And Vindicta once again returns to walk the land. Puddle Punch going to make it uncomfortable. Oh, you're talking of being uncomfortable though. Viscous, mate. Straight into the goo cube to try and keep himself alive. Abrams looking for the punch, but the Wraith makes it awkward, calling for the backup, but the cavalry can't arrive in time.
Yeah, it's very difficult inside there. There is just 10 seconds left on the ult coming through from Dynamo. Might be able to drop it. They're all locked into a small cage here. Needs to wait for the ult to run out from Shadow Form, where she is unstoppable. Damage coming through, tries to help him, translocates out. That is so nice.
Boy, oh boy. Professor Dynamo found the solution to that one. Stays alive. 3 staggered spawns then. Shiv back up into 10-second intervals between both Yamato and Pocket till they're back in play. Because of how much damage was already established on the inner blue walker, that's finally gone. So you lose control of Broadway even further, letting them push deeper on this. Shiv has to go straight back in, wave clear the Candle Troopers, and at least fight back. That gives Warden time to get the free jungle off as well inside their portion of the map. Ooh, always scares me when it has a little freeze on the feed, but we're okay.
Yeah, knockdown picked up already and slowing Hex here for Abrams, so he's sort of right now the Vindicta counter. Knockdown in the air, just depends what distance can MikaelS play at, and especially if we've been playing, it feels like a little bit more into the spirit build of things. Using the Crow to do a bunch of damage and get the bleed on. It's likely not going to be close enough for that knockdown to have too much effect. And Abrams is going to have to get pretty deep before he's able to hit that knockdown. By which time that telekinesis is going through. Singularity might become a problem. It's a difficult one for the Abrams where he's going to have a lot of problems getting close enough for his kit to take effect.
Well, the longer this goes on as well, there's more room, I feel like, at the minute for your Wraiths to come online so much, right? You just get so much free lockdown, dude. 22k souls, like that telekinesis sitting in the back pocket. Whew.
Yeah, and at some point, I actually do kind of enjoy the Wraith tier 5 where it knocks up or telekinesis hits all targets in a range, because I'm curious to see if it actually comes out this game. There is a cool little tech you can do on Dynamo and Wraith where Dynamo will ult, and then just as the ult is coming to an end, you Wraith telekinesis, because they're all in the same place, right? So you ult just before Dynamo's ult ends, then telekinesis hits, and you just got this stun lock that goes on for an obscene amount of time. So if they're not dead on the first singularity, the telekinesis should clean up. So we'll see if that does happen.
Ice Path going to get the extra rotate speed for the rest of the team then, so you can strike straight down, make the most out of this, group up, burn your way through that walker.
Raw-dogging it.
Dude, even without the wave of the Candle Troopers, you know how much extra DPS check you need for that, and they just melt it.
That's sort of wild. I give him that. One walker left on both sides, so that last flex slot just not quite got there yet. Should be coming through soon. Currently sat at 2 flex slots right now for both teams. Would like to open up that third one for a bit more of that team fight power. But again, at 23k souls and 24k, you're not quite ready for that third big item. You could pick yourself up at 1250, but you're likely just going to want to sell that later. And maybe earn pickup coming through for Team MikaelS.
Throwing flask.
Ooh, a bit spooky there, but it's fine. Jungle's going to be taken down. Yeah, you can go over, grab the urn. It's going to be on the back of the Vindictor. Of course, just breeze along. Helped by the Kelvin as well with the ice path, so you get that increased movement speed. Makes the geometry easier as well for the rapid rotate from one side to the other. It's about 5 seconds on the urn run there, and they've been able to deposit it. Confirm all the souls. You've got a bit of a grouping. I mean, Pocket's nearby with Viscous, but running the risk of engaging on this, not going to be the best choice of action. So they'll get that for free. You get the loop background. Ice Path finally crumbles.
Yeah.
Hell of a team fight being set up here, though, in terms of the posture.
I was about to say mid-boss should be up soon, and it is right now. And already you're having players from Team Sunset just gather around it. They know that boys from Team MikaelS want to get onto it. Finding Word goes through and actually locks down Sunset. Hits the Enchanter Satchel just a bit early there. All comes through, the last stand from the Warden. He's just gonna tank it all, bro.
Boy, oh boy. Right then. Pocket and Yamato go the same way, and that's down in the dirt. Ooh, Shiv. Taking the cheeky peeks on the right-hand side, looking to at least get a bit of damage back off. Flank round the back with the Arctic Beam, though. Everyone's getting chunked from the Kelvin. You get the drop down, instant heal. Shiv taking the brunt of the damage on the chase. Dynamo's going to be able to execute back onto him. In the meantime, the Walker gets taken out by the Candle troops. And now, finally, there's enough of a break in the fight for you to get control of mid-boss. Viscous, he's looking to harass at least. Timing on it's got to be perfect, mate. You get backstabbed, though.
Zerggy pushes him out. Fair enough. It's reasonable. In they come. Metal Skin and Lefaa.
Lefaa got it.
Steal from Sunset with a combustive concussion. That is upsetting business there for the boys over on MikaelS. Luckily, they're able to take out 2 of the Rejuvenators straight away, and then 2 more will be gone with both Hydration and Lefaa going down. But what a steal from him. Affliction goes out and doesn't tag anyone, unfortunately.
That's sick, dude. Hell of a steal there. The timing on it as well. Nice harass from Viscous, but it was all about Lefaa. So Infernus's revenge. He's getting his own back for the early game. Now you've got the Rejuve to work with. Mostly burnt across the team, though. Yamato going down means the respawn time is only there for Pocket. That's a hard confirm onto both Shiv and Abrams as well. So the response from MikaelS's squad looking filthy right now. They are running their way through them. You get the combustion back in, the last-ditched attempt from the Infernus, but the light goes out, and it's only Viscous. He's just looking for the getaway, but the lane damage and the damage overall has been done. That Rejuvenator lasted for mere seconds. Only the 1 kill onto Hayes being the real meat and potatoes of it.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a very fantastic play coming through. Good dodge on the translocate on the team as well from Shush on Dynamo, which completely took them out of the combustive concussion, which might have caused big problems in the small space that they were actually in. But yeah, MikaelS's team right now looking so much further ahead at 162k. So looking at 28k lead at the moment for Team MikaelS. It's going to be difficult to come back from this one. And Zerggy at 30k on the Wraith, like he is popping off. Has the 5th point now in telekinesis. So if they ever get themselves into a close quarters engagement, that telekinesis is going to be hitting more than 1. I'm just waiting for the big warp zone. I think this might be Refresher coming through from the Dynamo, if I'm not mistaken. If we go back over to him, come on, please. Please show me he's got Refresher.
Maybe. Any second now. God damn.
They've
We
upset
might get to
doing
see.
that.
We might get to see. You never know.
He went back to buy. I wanted to see
It's fine.
that
It's fine. Don't acknowledge it, and then maybe the observer will show it to us unintentionally. You know, you gotta will it, but don't say it out loud. You know what happens if you do. For now,
That's
though, you
true.
get the Haze POV, mate.
Just manifest it.
Unstoppable being picked up onto the Haze. You got the Ricochet as well, of course. It's going to give you that extra DPS output, and especially with how Haze's ultimate works, all of those items giving you so much more damage potential. Waiting for the respawn here for the 25-minute mark as well on the power-up. That's going to be the cast pickup.
Yeah, I mean, for Hayes right now, Ricochet, Unstoppable, very much teamfight build orientated with the Mystic slow. Like, it's painful. The Dome to keep the ball in place, and like you said, this Dome is better than the other. Goodbye. Good night. This should be game. I think they can end off the back of this. Like, they will just be able to keep pressuring. Ow. How is he not dead? He lived for an obscene amount of time, but they are nowhere near the base.
Boy, oh boy. Well, that's going to be goodbye to the shrines and potentially goodbye to the game here with just how much of a lead you've got at this point. Could be another 25-minute one in the bag. It's the first here in our second semi-final of the day. A best of 3 between these two teams. And Team MikaelS proving there's a reason why he's statistically in such a good position in Deadlock right now. Oh,
No,
Lefaa. The PM on it, dude.
I think he must have refresher. That's the only reason I can see him using ult in that situation. But I think with that, it might just be donezo anyway. They gave him the opening. They're going to get in off the back of that. Yeah, you know what? Superior duration, ethereal shift, superior cooldown, mystic vulnerability. I think it's escalating exposure is actually picked up here on the side of MikaelS. He's fully built into the ult and crow build. One of the more enjoyable builds to play. So I'm very glad that MikaelS is showing that off. I mean, he's having fun, bro. I enjoy that.
Yeah, he's doing it with style as well. We saw the early game snipes, like the way he's playing it. Really, this has been a huge game. You know, like we said, right, when we were looking at the bracket and kind of weighing it up in terms of the games we were going to get, this is one we were super excited for. And you can see that coming across in how it's played. A lot of early game fights, good movement, good skill expression from everyone as well. Again, this is what we were talking about, the quick rotates with Vindictors off the back of the ice path. That's like a 5-second earn run. That's crazy.
I really like that. I mean, gone are the days of using Kelvin pressing the ice path beforehand and running his way through. Now you just run a teammate through. And fair enough, you get more ability points over towards the Vindictor Jacky.
Oh, vicious Vindictor going in again. The reverberations being felt on this one. You might be able to slip down to the underground, but you're still being chased down. Dynamo with the knock up into the damage output. He's got support from Wraith as well. That's another one bite in the dust. Infernus and Yamato are all that remains. And this is basically them looking to set up for the final knockout blow. Lefaa blowing up in their face literally with a combustion, but that's just delaying the inevitable. Flames go out, you're extinguished, Yamato's the only one left, nearly the full 40 seconds across the board in the respawns, 10 seconds between each, everyone's grouped close to the Patron as well. Good luck withstanding this one.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this should be the Patron finish after this second shrine. And likely because they are so far ahead at this point in time. Did he pick up the refresher? I don't know if he did, actually. Yes, he did. He did. 30 seconds on that one, so he should have another singularity soon. About 25 seconds to try. Why they're backing off? They want a full proper team fight. They don't have the big singularity to finish them off, and this is why you ban Dynamo.
So much usability, so good for the engage, so good to save the team.
No chase, bro.
Oh, mate. You can run, but you can't hide from MikaelS. Madman on the scope, hitting them with the hurty verties. Grouping up for the outside the base fight. Kelvin making it easy for the rotate back in. Abrams pent in towards the back line. Here comes Warden looking to cause the issues. You are trapped, mate. It's looking so uncomfortable now.
Full hydration, locked in base, and that should be GG. First game going over to Team MikaelS versus Sunset.
God damn. All right, hell of a series. Hell of a series. We were expecting good things from this one, Blank, and that delivered. That certainly delivered.
Let's have people call in, though, as well. That'd be good. Oh my god, draft. I didn't even realize on the screen. Kelvin and Dynamo banned once again. ABAMs on Team Sunset.
Where's the second Dynamo ban? Where is it? Where is it?
Dynamo. Lash for Team MikaelS. Is Lystic playing Lash or is MikaelS playing Lash? That's the real question. Shit, I think MikaelS is playing Lash because Lystic does like play a little bit of Shiv. That would make sense to me. I don't know. It's so weird. So weird because I know. I don't know. This could go either way. Anyway, we'll see when we get in game. I'm curious. I named my dog Hydration. I bet you keep him very watered, don't you?
Walkies.
Walkies.
Walkies. Hydration. Walkies.
It's time to become a goo ball.
He's
Next-
puddle punched. What?
Yeah.
That'd be a nightmare. Imagine
right, next two
imagine
bans.
that. Oh, they banned him again, but double dynamo ban.
Stop it. We'll be back with double dynamo ban.
Oh, mate.
double
Home
Kelvin.
Alone, is he? Not anymore. Home Alone 2. Kelvin's lost in New York.
He's back again. Okay. Double ice dome. Double the suck.
Oh, man. What a veto. What does the double man mean?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Okay.
What do you mean?
You tell me.
They just hate him that much, man. Oh, that's send me
Anyway.
west. What does the double ban mean?
I think that maybe they just agreed on the next. I don't even. This is sad because I don't know what the next ban is. Let me try and do some inference, and we can go from there.
Inference?
Yeah.
What, like digital interference?
I'm doing some digital interference.
Is there too many Mars?
I'm gonna infer of who they banned next.
All right, I've got the update. Yeah, Team MikaelS accidentally had too many Mars bars near the computer when they did the veto, and it's
Right.
caused dynamo interference.
It's dynamo interference. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't get it. Infernus ban maybe, and then what else would they have banned? Geist maybe as well.
Here you go. Hang on. Here you
That
go.
would make sense, Slayer.
No. I think someone's figured it out, dude. We didn't get the info, but I think someone's figured it out. I think because of the shenanigans with a free man, one power up, 50-50, buy one, get one free deal, they're saying that the way they built the picks and ban system, obviously they got 2 spots, but there was actually only 1 ban. But did both team only get 1 ban in the draft because of that? Is that real?
Or did Team Sunset get to do 2
Both
bans?
banned. So they banned Kelvin and Dynamo, and this is just what you get.
Yeah,
That would make sense.
That
That
would make sense. Stop it now. But yeah, so the decent comps all around. Sunset gets to take away Paradox. They remove Vindictor as well from the situation. Doesn't really matter because MikaelS is just like Lash and Shiv. That works out for us. We'll take that. I think MikaelS got like 300 games on Lash. Lystic's got about bajillion games on Shiv. So we will see. Shiv stick. Yes, exactly. I believe it is the case. Right. Let me just step back for a second. What we believe has happened is that due to last game, there was a bug exploit. We're not sure if it's a bug or not. It might get picked up by Valve in the future, but if 3 players all stand over the power upgrade at the same time, 3 players get the power up applied to them.
Yeah.
That's what Team MikaelS was using.
In theory, I'll make a video on this tonight. Keep your eyes on the Twitter.
Yeah.
That's a did you know. But in theory, I would imagine there would be no cap on it at all. If you had the entire team standing there.
But I reckon that they had 3 players on the other side of the map as well taking the other power up.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it would be based on what power up you want. But hey, ho, we're ready. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. But because of that, it would seem that Team Sunset has been given 2 bans, and on the other hand, Team MikaelS didn't get to ban anything. So Dynamo and Kelvin were banned out after causing such a ruckus and problem last game. I don't think that is. I don't think it's a draft advantage, though, right? Do you?
Not really. But then again, I suppose it's because it's a weird way of doing the veto, and you're just trying to find some kind of solution. Because obviously, you can't really DQ them from the game. Like, they still won the game because it is just a game mechanic. But it would have given you a slight edge in those moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, top and bottom of it is we're ready for the second map. Strap in for it. It should be a damn good series. We'll keep our eyes peeled. We clocked it during that game, but I was just hesitant to mention it because I was like, is that how that works? I saw the visual effect on 3 of them. Yeah, I saw the visual effect on 3 of them. I wasn't sure if that was the
double
case.
punch.
Oh, hello. The old puncheroo.
Bro. Okay, that is cruel. I really like that. Sorry, Jacky. Go on.
Okay, so they got the advantage by selecting all heroes at once first. Then both teams got 1-1 bans. Okay. So yeah, that would be an edge in that instance. Thank you for the update, homie. I appreciate that. Right, well, let's focus up on what we've got then. As we are live, we're into the laning phase.
Yeah.
We've clued you in on what's going on, and Vindictor has already had her teeth knocked out.
So that was actually a very interesting play because usually when you get the sleep dagger out, what you want to do in lane at least is you get the double punch. So that's typically why you get hazes laning together with someone else, because you can very much easily take advantage of 2-charge punch onto the sleep dagger player because the CC lasts for a while.
They could try to run.
However, they played really odd, and I was like, where is the double punch? Why is it not coming out? Because they waited for the parry to come through from the teammate first, and they expected it coming, and then after that, they go for the double punch. Really well played, honestly, and very good mind games. So Team MikaelS already playing into the fact that they are going against the coordinated team. Man, it's so fun, like actually watching these players at the top of the game play versus one another. Because that's mind games, right? Usually you would go for the double punch anyway, but then you wait, you bait out the parry, and then you go for it because you know that they're good enough to go for it. But that lane is just over now. Like, they're so far ahead. 1.8k, 1.9k now on the Haze versus the Paradox is 1.5, and Vindicta with 1.2. Painful, bro. Painful.
You are pulling ahead so far in the early game already here. So even with the draft advantage, it feels like it hasn't really knocked you or made you uncomfortable. You know, MikaelS 2.2k there, picked up on the Lash, 2.2k for Zerggy over on the Haze as well. Piggy, we already saw how damn good he can be when he's been more of a supportive position. With a Kelvin, really good for setting up the team. On Ivy, that's your bread and butter. You can be the #1 support and definitely be a pain in the backside with some of the ways you can set up your team in these early lane fights as well. Just getting that extra chip damage out. And Viscous at least trying to make it uncomfortable with the puddle punches on angles. That's going to ricochet him closer towards your Guardian. You get a little bit of free damage from it if you angle it right. Nice angle on the card trick as well.
Yeah, bro, it's sort of nutty so far. Mo and Krill taking a lot of damage, and again, for this lane, Lystic versus Mo and Krill, Shiv versus Mo and Krill, we've already seen this before today, and it's a difficult lane. The fact that Lystic's actually winning it, he's playing close quarters as well as headshot boost, I like that a lot. And I mean, that is the difficulty when you play versus a Mo and Krill. Like, the hitbox on the head is actually quite large, right? So you can hit that one quite often.
Yeah, you got a bit more freedom in terms of getting the extra DPS off with the crits. Ooh, backstab from the Haze round the rib. Punch into the Abrams. Lash for the reposition as well. Oh, all right. Whiplash on Abrams there. He's not going to enjoy that one.
Dude, that... I am sorry to say this, but when you get a lead like that with Abrams on 1.6k, where he really thrives in the early game, I don't want to say GG yet, but this is not looking good for Team Sunset. Bro's asleep again. He can't even farm. Oh, this is the MikaelS special as well. You know, Guardian down at 3 minutes. Haha, classic.
It's brutal. You're pulling so far ahead. 16k to 22k. Lane-wise, so much more freedom. Already forced into a position where you've just got to roam a lot more, play for the map control, and actually get yourself a bit of farm back in. Boy, oh boy. Shiv at least dealing with the creep in the lane, take down the Candle Troopers, push that further back out. But you're going to be so paranoid with these backstabs early. I mean, this is a Haze that's being able to just cause problems in the first 5 minutes of the game with the way she's set up for 2 of those early elims.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it's a case where for Lash Haze lane, such an intense amount of damage that can come through in a short amount of time, especially when the Lash can just line up. Can line up an easy slam, easy ground slam. There's another tower gone. They're just playing early game comp. They're gonna go around and take every single Guardian. And now MikaelS is going back to clear all the creep out. It's gonna be free farm. No one wants to challenge him at this stage of the game. This is done. It has gone so badly for Team Sunset here. I mean, it's 7k differential, but it's 30 ability points to 22. That's 8 ability points ahead. Sort of nuts.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not only the items that you're going to have in terms of the extra soul lead, but just the sheer AP alone, making you just have so much more damage, so much more engage. Ooh, it's brutal, bro. For an opening 10 minutes, where we've not even hit that initial part of the laning phase yet, you're farming, absolutely farming on it. Paradox is going to run into problems once again as well with the Shiv engaging off the back of it. Man, I mean, you force the Viscous back on the push-up at least, sure, but is there really much you can do? Stay alive going to be the best bet. Mo and Krill goes over for the rotate, but he's going to go down to the graveyard as he's dealt with by Pocket's punishment. Viscous on the getaway, pops the goo ball. The bullet resist was good, but it runs out, and you lose not only 2 of you, but the complete Orchard lane as well.
Yeah, so the cool thing when you're playing Haze against a Viscous is actually fixation stacks really hurt in the early game on Goo Ball, and you can kind of chip through a lot of that bullet resist early on. 7k on MikaelS, parry on the Guardian into the punch, delays it for a little while, gives you more advantage. I think that is actually the last Guardian already gone, so first flex slot already accrued. Team MikaelS at 39k to 27k, and this is the difficulty when you lose these lanes so quickly and so fast in the early game, is that so much presence and space is now opened up around the map. This should just be free earns going forward for Team MikaelS. Sort of insane.
It's free farm. You own the map at this point, right? You've got complete control of all the souls, all the rotates. You can push out lanes heavy, and you're just farming up free AP whilst making it uncomfortable. Isolating fights as well.
And not only that, is that the guys over on MikaelS, they can just go into your jungle now. They can steal all your jungle. Here's the Hazel coming through. Unfortunately, you have to come out of that goo ball eventually. Nice punch onto the goo ball as well, sends him further back. But MikaelS does get taken down by Lefaa. Not that it matters too much, as we're already in that team fight stage. Needs to hit one more shiv on him, but doesn't matter. We'll be taken down by Helly from afar. Oh, what a game, bro. What a game. That might be a walker as well in yellow lane. I'm not even joking.
No, yeah, you can take the creep wave out off the back of this. You've still got 3 players in lane if you wanted to overextend on it. Paradox is wrapped back around, so they don't fully commit to it. You can still continue to roam, though. You get the Lash POV, Vindicta. Oh, unlucky. No backup on that one as MikaelS makes moves again on Lash. Oh, bro. Yeah, this is brutal. You can even see you're staggering the jungle camps as well with the timing. At most 1 or 2 of the actual jungle creep left alive, so you're even just ruining their farm and making it uncomfortable. And they've got the game in the palm of their hand right now.
Yeah, I mean, you take all the tier 2 camps as well, it just means that it's even harder for the guys to catch up. Not only that, is you have all of your own jungle to clear as well. And this is what I'm saying, this is the problem with losing all your Guardians this early. Go for the swap. I doubt it really matters that too much though. Shiv's very fast at getting around, looks to head down towards Subway. Zeno doesn't quite have enough ability points on Burrow just yet to be quick enough to catch him. Oh, bro, this is... Oh, he's back at Zerggy. What are you doing? Oh, he doesn't do enough damage. He just does not do enough damage. And the rest of the squad's there.
Oh, nice flick up as well with the sleep dagger. Obviously back to dealing the damage on first contact now. It is not applied post-sleep, so you can use that for those quick executes if you need to burst the damage. Catches that one with a vertical flick up on the zip line. More damage inflicted back over onto Wraith as well. And Sunset, it feels like it might be sundown. You're looking at some of these plays, mate, and Team MikaelS is just running away with it. Every fight, you're being outplayed right now. Pretty brutal.
I mean, I just don't understand why you'd... Well, I get it. You want to pick up, you take away the Vindicta away from MikaelS, but like... Lash into Vindicta at this point, 11k to 6k, she's just free kill every time she's up. Slowing Hex over towards her, which likely already has been built over towards a team that plays with a Wraith, a Mo and Krill, a Viscous. Oh, dude, this is a bad time for Sunset. I'm curious what the next step is, because they sort of have to fight for this urn. They need some kind of team fight. Scouting comes through from the airdrop. Ivy gets so much information. Piggy's already there. They're just forcing a team fight. Oh, they brought a boy in.
Oh, you're making it so uncomfortable as well. The Abrams just firing off the shots at the rapid movements. So Piggy just carrying Shiv around and waiting for the opportunity to engage.
Check this out, though. Like, this is not even the main intention of this fight. They've taken 2 walkers whilst they've fought this urn for like 5 minutes. Like, this is crazy behavior. Really good macro so far from Team MikaelS. And with a lead like this, you know that they have to fight for this earn against you. They can't afford not to. So you just get so much off the back of it. That drops us to 68k to 55. But now the ability point lead is going to be even more tragic for Team Sunset. What a game from the guys over towards MikaelS.
Yeah, you're just running away with it right now. Early game was crazy. You built yourself into such a luscious lead. Only 12 minutes on the clock as well with how dominant this has been. And you can just read it from the minimap with the amount of damage you've done in terms of the lane structure itself. You've broken your way through those walkers, giving yourself a complete opening all the way up towards Park Lane as well. You could push that out, just make it really rough for them. Only real response now is see if you can catch up on the soul lead. If you can actually withstand, buy yourself a bit of time. If they can get back into it off the back of the souls, maybe there's more of a chance for a springboard in. But at the same rate, you're going to be building and just taking control of these lanes, more so for MikaelS as well. It's looking a little bit cooked, dude. Might have to take this one out the oven.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It's getting worse and worse. Stone form into that one. Piggy attempts to get combo, but man's so tanky at this point, it doesn't matter. And they hit him with the Panzer Strike afterwards too. Dear me. Helly will get stunned. Not likely to... Bro, you need to get out.
Oh.
Oh.
Vindicta goes full Marge Simpson.
Yeah, hair kept her in the air for a while. I don't know what she tied that to.
Oh, mate. Well, the all-out engagement continues, but it's Abrams and Paradox that both get thrown down to the ground on this one. Full 23-second respawns in play there. So you've got a large lead in the battle of attrition, and you've got a window of opportunity now to dogpile in, make the most of the rejuve, get the confirmation onto mid-boss. There's no room for the steal back. Mo and Krill is on the edge. He's round towards the backside, looking for an opportunity for the drop down on it. Ult's on cooldown, goes for the burrow. You've been knocked back, lashed with the pull up as well. And Hayes is in to confirm it.
It's so sad. I think Hydration actually bumped him up into the air, by the way, with the puddle punch. Oh, no. That feels bad. You're just juggling your own Mo and Krill. I think Sunset realizes this game is over. But this is a classic Lystic MikaelS game where the game is finished within the first 7 minutes. This is just what, if every single one of your lane loses, it's incredibly hard to bring back from. I also enjoy the fact that Piggy is just flying around half the game.
Yeah, dude. Well, you know what they say, Blank? If pigs can fly, and he's proven it right now, as they are breezing their way towards a victory on this one. Oh, the knock off the zipline as well. Abrams, you can run, but I don't know if you can hide. Tucks himself back in, at least towards Patron on the base. Does survive that one, but the team doesn't have the luxury.
Yeah, now we have all 4 walkers down, so 3 flex slots already found here for Team MikaelS. What a wild game this one's been. And we're heading through Subway as well, which is fully open. For Zerggy to pick up all that juicy farm, gets himself 3k. Man, this is wild. This is wild. And I think it has been a case where literally the majority of the jungle has just not been available for Team Sunset this whole time. You can see Sunset himself's on 9k. Hasn't even broken double digits yet. 17k on the Haze, breaking plus 1,000 souls per minute so far.
This has been absolutely ridiculous. Speed running a game of Deadlock right now. And with the rejuve buff in the back pocket, the extra health with the creep to play with as well, they can commit to try and take out some of those inner base guardians and make it uncomfortable on the push-up. Slip round the side towards York Lane as well for the Shiv. Meanwhile, Ivy even further pushing the soul lead for them up to 100k. Oh, bro. It's carnage how far ahead you are at this point in the game.
Yeah, it's almost a perfect game as well because they've only lost 1 Guardian so far on the side of Team MikaelS. And even that only happened because they were too busy taking down 2 walkers down on blue and purple lane. It's a tough game. It's a tough game for Team Sunset.
Tough game. I don't know if that sums it up, man. It's actually ridiculous with how far you've just steamrolled on this one.
Yeah.
Soul lead through the roof. They need more pockets to hold all these souls.
Yeah, and I mean, even Shiv taking down Basement, which is one of the highest soul count camps around the map, taking that away from Team Sunset's really big. Lash just hit 21k souls. I think what right now is happening with the early lead on Rejuve, it might be a case that we wait for the next mid boss to come through, contest with that. They might even bait mid boss, get it to scream out when it hits 50%, drag the team from Team Sunset over whilst Lash is waiting up towards topside mid. They go for the Lash ult and the finish after that. I think that probably would be the play. They don't want to push anything too heavily right now. They know they've got such a massive soul lead that there's not really any reason to. All the jungles, majority of it's taken off the map so far. Just a couple Sinner sacrifices still available. Yeah, we're looking just to bait mid-boss.
Yeah, play it smart at this point. Obviously, this will be the 2-0 in the series for them as well, so there's no point over-egging it. Don't want to screw the pooch by accident. Play it smart, play it slow.
Yeah.
Position you're in as well.
I think mid-boss should be spawning around 2 minutes, I believe. It should be 19:30. But Lystic's already taken down Sunset. Goodness me.
Yep. The Majestic leak over the top for the pocket as well, off the back of the Ivy stun. Absolutely unload onto the moat. He's going to barely get out of there. Tick damage will slowly bring him down. Oh, well, Abrams, Rafe, they're not going to have the luxury of that one. And you might not even need the mid-boss bait blank straight in to clean the shrines and unload.
Yeah, they just found an opening and they have just fully cracked the can open now. This is probably going to be Patron goes down, and then, like I said, about a minute's time, you do get mid-boss coming up, so they don't have to fully commit to this one. They can just take down all the base guardians, all the lanes are pushing, and then it's really, really tough for them to even try and go for a attempt to come back over towards mid-boss here. What a depressing game here for Sunset.
That's been brutal. Absolutely brutal. Hell of a game, though, from Team MikaelS and how they played it. And now you're just doing your due diligence. Slow it down slightly, like you say. Look for the big finish. You've got control of the shrines as well, so the quick rotates with the express lanes now coming up as well. It's going to be so much easier with all of the map control being yours. Everyone else has to split push back out. Look to give some kind of buffer with the creep. Mo going for the farm. On full respawns, like 14 crates down there in the subway. The density's crazy, but it's not going to help you with this. I mean, 1-3-1 to an 83k soul lead. It's insanity, bud.
Yeah, I genuinely feel a little bit sorry for the guys over on Team Sunset, because this is the type of game where you go up against a very, very good team. If you lose the amount of lanes you did early on, of course, they're going to snowball this game incredibly hard, take every advantage they can. All of your jungles gone at that point in time. No triple buff. Well done, Team MikaelS.
Just the one.
Just the one. Just take one. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one.
Two of you get one. 2 for 1. It's a bog-off deal. Hey, mate. They are buying a free game at this point, it feels like. Lash with the reposition around the corner. MikaelS finds his opportunity to go in, though. Nice movement to get himself up. Gets the triple grab onto the Death Slam. Launches him back. That's the follow-up from the team. Zerggy comes in on the haze and unloads the 50,000 bullets of pain. And you're really just running away with it now. Team fights galore. It's going to be 4 staggered respawns. 40 seconds on the clock, blank. They should be down.
Oh, dear me. Just getting sprayed to death. Even goes for the parry and the disrespect on the weight on that. No need to go for mid-boss. Finish the game. That's the best of 3, Jacky. Oh, the heart's from Zeno, though. You got to respect that. That's cute.
Much love in the scene, but it's all MikaelS on the server. The team takes it. Hell of a game. Hell of a game. Ridiculous soul lead. Wow, if the first game we saw here showed us off great game mechanics, this was just a education on how to dominate in lane. Let's head back over to the caster booth, and then we'll go back to the desk, bud, because that was crazy. That is by far one of the most dominant games we've seen today. Really, really insane stuff there, Blank.